For many Jakartans, engaging in the city's hustle, work hard, play hard is a common code to live by. That's why izakayas fit right in. Izakayas raise the bar of the capital's growing nightlife scene with their casual Japanese dishes served with the best sake and craft beer. But today, I'm taking you to an establishment that takes this Japanese pub to another level by putting a twist on the classic dishes. And for expert Kevin Rasumantri, come taste the beauty only on See Indonesia.
See Indonesia.
Yes, Japanese food is a favorite for Indonesians because of the simplicity of the cooking and the existence of the cuisine itself that has been quite long in Indonesia. Well, if we look at the oldest Japanese restaurant in Jakarta, it was Yoshiko and Kikugawa. Both of them are the earliest Japanese restaurants ever recorded in Jakarta, but in the 90s, we have Ajihara, which is considered as the first izakaya Japanese restaurant in the city. Izakaya is essentially a place where you can eat while you're drinking sake or beer after office. So if you go to Japan, you will find izakaya small in lots of alleys and filled with people that after hour they drink and they chat with friends, and that's it. Izakaya is not a fancy restaurant. Izakaya is a place for you to commune while eating and drinking. Well, back in the 70s and 80s, lots of influx of Japanese expats that they came to Jakarta for the business opportunity that the city has to offer to the community. As time goes by, in the 90s, lots of expat communities, Japan, they settled around the Kebayoran Baru area and in Little Tokyo. And that is why lots of izakaya popped up on the same area. So today I go to Fujin, settled in the bustling area of Gunawarman, a restaurant that serves modern izakaya. Fujin, before this, was a teppanyaki restaurant, but recently they just transformed the restaurant into an izakaya concept, and that is why the restaurants again regained popularity amongst Jakarta's people. What's so different between Japanese craft beer and European beer is definitely the content of the malt and the fermentation process. It creates a different kinds of taste, more soft, more malty, other than European kind of beer. The Japanese craft beer will always be perfect pair with food like kushiyaki or grilled skewers. Globally, the popularity of Japanese craft beer gained recognition back in the 90s and especially today, because with the rising of interest for artisanal beverages, so does the popularity of Japanese craft beer also gaining popularity in Jakarta. The Quedo Black Lager was amazing because it's deep, it's dark, it's kind of honey-like flavor. It some of reminds you with European and British kinds of black beer, but it gives you a very smooth aftertaste. The first dish that I have is tebasaki sukune. The taste of tebasaki sukune was really amazing. I mean, the grilled outer skin, the succulent meat, the juicy meat, and also the dipping, the egg, and the tare sauce. The combination of both really seductive and wants to make you eat more and more. Kushiyaki is by the essence grilled skewer dish in Japan. There are two essential things when you make a kushiyaki. One is the skewer, and number two is the binchotan, which is the coal that they use. The combination of the beer and the sukune was really amazing and so perfect because the sweet aftertaste of the beer really meets well with the succulent and juicy meat of the sukune. The next dish that I'll be having is the Wagyu Karubi Karamiso, which is another kind of kushiyaki. What I like about Fujin is how they combine the Japanese adoration with wooden interior, but also with modern approach on each and every detail, like the island bar and the ornaments. The man behind Fujin's modern approach, none other, is Chef Ryu Yamagishi, half Japanese, half Indonesian, and he is the man that's responsible for Fujin's amazing cooking. The sake that I'm having is the Junmai Daiginjo Hakkaisan Yukimuro, 3 years of Japanese sake. The amazing thing about Yukimuro sake, one, is the color. It's so pristine. It's kind of crystal, but it also like liquid gold. But also the taste. It reminds you somehow the aftertaste of sakura and berry and raspberry. So it's very refreshing, it's very smooth, and you can pair it with almost any kinds of dishes, from seafood to red meat. I'm eating Chef Ryu Yamagishi. Chef Ryu Yamagishi, he is an Indonesian and Japanese-born chef that displays cooking not like any Japanese chef that you'll find in Jakarta. His approach on modern cookery makes Fujin Izakaya food is not like any Izakaya that you will ever taste it.
Hi Kev, so this is your robata Caesar salad.
Wow.
And Wagyu Karubi with Karamiso marinade.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries, enjoy.
What he's cooking for me is the iconic Wagyu Karubi Karamiso of Fujin Izakaya. Wagyu Karubi Karamiso is a kind of dish that will make you want it more and more and again, because the succulent meat meets with the spicy marination, but also have this amazing tartness from this miso that you will find in any kind of Japanese food, but he served it somehow with a modern touch that only Chef Rui can use that. Japanese food somehow really reluctant to combine very strong flavor in one dish, but Chef Rui managed to put the spiciness, the depthness, and the fermentation of the miso into one humble kushiyaki, which is the Karubi Karamiso. Because the sour aftertaste of the Yukimuro balanced the spiciness and the depthness of the Wagyu Karubi. The second dish that I'm having is the robata Caesar salad. This is one of the things that's really unique from Chef Ryu Yamagishi, and how he combined his international Western influence, like Caesar salad, with Japanese ingredients and cooking method like robata. The utilization of the robata for cooking the lettuce is really amazing because it gives you this smokiness that you cannot find anywhere else when you cook vegetables like regular way. And the smokiness gives you a hint of dampness that balances well with the sauce, the dressing, the creamy, the sweet, and the seductive dressing. Especially when it comes with the crouton and with the egg, and all the combination of texture really playful in our mouth. You know, I just tasted the Yukumoro sake. It was amazing.
Thank you so much.
I'm wondering, like, Fujin is now an izakaya.
We just changed our concept to Izakaya so we can provide more menus and more fun vibe, you know, so you can pair it with sake and other Japanese alcoholic beverages.
I can sense the izakaya. I mean, the grilling and all the skewers and everything, right?
Yeah, but we try to make the menu as authentic as possible because we don't want to cross the line. It is authentic yet finesse. We try to make it simple, straightforward, and yet it has to complement the taste of Indonesian people.
I just realized that you have so many sake here. Do you have any recommendation for me? Like, if I'm a consumer and I want to cook pairing Fujin's food with sake.
First of all, we try to make a specific menu in our menu booklet. We try to make this special category. So we use izakaya snacks and kushiyaki. So people can easily associate them with our alcoholic beverages. Izakaya snacks is more like tapas food.
In Spanish,
Yes. So it's easy for them to just have a small nibble and
while drinking.
Sip of sake.
What are the variety of sake that Fujin has that you can recommend to me and all the consumers?
There are so many varieties of sake that we have here.
Love it.
I think maybe we can start from the easy to drink sake. And to more of a complex tasting sake. So maybe for the first timer, Sakura Nigori. It's very common and it's very easy to drink.
I know that.
And maybe Jummai Daiginjo, also easy to drink. Here we're trying to educate Jakarta market so they can know many types of sake services as well.
Because it's really interesting. Like in the past few years, like people are very interested with Asian alcoholic beverage like soju. Fujin was not an izakaya per se before. And now it's an izakaya. And then you're a Japanese chef yourself, half Japan. And how did you see the transformations of Japanese food in Jakarta?
Japanese restaurants in Jakarta has taken over the food scene for a long time now. You know too.
I agree, 100%.
I think because Indonesian people really love Japanese cuisine. And I think it made it to their comfort food as well. For Fujin itself, we're trying to differentiate with most of the Japanese restaurants in Jakarta. I think most of the Japanese restaurants in Jakarta are more to family restaurants. And then here we're trying to do more into lifestyle Japanese restaurants with pairing with sake.
Especially you're located in Gunawarman, right? Jakarta's premium dining destination.
Exactly. I think with izakaya, previously we were teppanyaki. Not many variation of menu that we can make out of that. That's why we try to change that into izakaya so we can do more menus.
That makes sense.
That's why we have this
the griller
1.2 meters of
and all the sauces.
And then we have sushi area at the back. You know, so we're trying to combine all of this experience and cooking methods so people won't get bored with our food.
Well then, I already know about this. I can't wait for dessert. Share with me. I'm gonna meet Nabila there.
Sure.
See you then,
See you.
Bye. They are not going to the traditional izakaya route. They are experimenting with the goodness of Japanese ingredients and cooking method. And that's what makes dishes at Fujin Izakaya something that you want to eat and you want to discover and you want to experience. When you go to Japanese Izakaya, never expect for dessert because the dessert at Japanese Izakaya mostly very traditional and very simple. Something like ice cream made from red bean or even matcha, and that's it. Rarely they do experiments on dessert. This is another interesting part about Fujin, as you can go and taste the dessert as good as you taste the kushiyaki and all the hot meals. And the dessert was cooked by an amazing chef. The person that responsible for Fujin's dessert is none other Chef Nabila Justino. Chef Nabila Justino is one of only a few of pastry chefs in Jakarta that has the capacity to do a good restaurant-based dessert. Because most pastry chefs in Jakarta, they focus to open pastry shop. But Chef Nabila, they stayed in restaurants to become a pastry chef. And the approach of Chef Nabila is a modern touch of the dessert, and that gives a great and impressive and exciting experience for Fujin. She prepared for me the taro shoe. Hey Nabila. Good. Ini apa ini? What is this?
Taro shoe.
They're so good, Nab. So good. I thought at first it's going to be like so heavy and dense, but not a bit so airy. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And it makes me wondering, like, this is a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
It's Japanese, and you are a pastry chef. And how come that you create a concept of dessert in Izakaya? How's the process?
I take inspiration from both traditional and trending dessert in Japan. Like this one, shoe, it's very popular in Japan. You can find it almost in every cafe there.
Yeah.
You can enjoy it with the light taste of the Indonesian taste.
That's why you're using
this is taro.
The taro, the
You know,
ubi jala, ubi ungu.
ubi jala, or we can call it talas.
I've known you quite a while, and then you have an amazing background. This is amazing dessert, definitely.
It's very simple, but it's really, really, you can enjoy it.
Fujin is an amazing izakaya restaurant, right? I just tasted the all of Chef Rui's, grilled robata and kushiyaki. Amazing flavor. And how do you meet the combination between, I want to make this dessert and then I want to combine it with other Fujin's food like Chef Rui's cooking?
I make the one from the traditional one, like taiyaki, so we can combine with the authentic side of the food. But instead of using a regular butter, we use a puff pastry. So the texture is more really interesting when you can fill it with a pastry cream and ogura paste. So it should taste like traditional Japanese.
You're combining the Japanese experience of Fujin with your amazing pastry skill.
Yeah, my style of
your style of cooking dessert, and then have it. The combination between the izakaya food of Fujin and this dessert is amazing. And is there any seasonal dessert?
Yes, our soft serve selection ice cream changes every now and then.
You have soft serve?
Yeah, we have created matcha and hojicha flavor so far. And I'm doing the progressive development, the sakura taste.
Who would have thought that coming to this Japanese restaurant and they expect dessert like this, right? And then if I'm a consumer and I want to come to Fujin, what kind of dessert that you recommend me?
Yeah, it's this one.
Oh, this one, the signature.
And also the hojicha tiramisu and incorporate with the Japanese roasted green tea. It's our best selling actually.
Wow, thank
this
you.
is the hojicha soft serve ice cream.
Hojicha soft serve ice cream.
Yep.
Goat leaf.
Yeah.
The flavor of the hojicha ice cream is really interesting because you can taste the good quality hojicha from the smoky roasting process. And they also make the waffle by themselves. And that is something that you will never find on traditional izakaya.
Can you feel?
Yeah, I
the
can taste
hojicha?
the hojicha, the smoky
Roasted
flavor.
rinsing, yeah.
And you make the waffle yourself, yeah?
Small touch,
Oh, nice.
but nice.
This will be the sakura the
Yeah,
next.
next will be the sakura because next month in April is sakura.
Oh, it is sakura. The
Season.
Santai gimana? Ya. Kamai.
Bye. Fujin Izakaya shows that any cuisines can be enjoyed, and the city's culinary creative will never stop to amaze you, heavy eaters.